special presentation this morning.
Okay.
Alright, okay. Are you going to introduce Ileana?
Ileana, do you want to let everybody know?
So who is this? How are they related to you? And what are they here to do today? Oh, come stand in front so we can all hear you.
They couldn't hear you over here. Ileana, she's my Auntie Corrina.
There you
What are
go.
you going to show us today?
Her button blanket.
Okay, thank you. I'll
Good
hand
job,
it over.
Ileana.
That's cute. I like button blankets.
Yeah?
Yeah, me too.
Alright, let's be quiet and listen, and then I'm sure she'll take questions at the end.
Yeah, I will. My name is Corrina and I come from the Chislata Carrier Nation, which is a band right in this area. I'm here to show you my button blanket. Lana's asked me to come in and tell you a little story about it. My button blanket is not a hereditary chief button blanket. So I think you saw a really bright red one that Helen was showing everybody. Do you remember that button blanket? That's a hereditary chief button blanket. My button blanket was given to me by the Chislata people when I was the elected leader, which I was the chief of the band. So they presented me with this blanket at that
You
time
can do that later. Just wait. Go get a drink.
to show that they were glad for what I was doing for the community and they respected me. So they had this blanket made specifically for me. My button blanket is made of felt, 2 colors. On the front,
Not that one.
on the front is abalone shells. So you get your abalone out of the ocean. When our elders used to get abalone, it was through trading. So they would trade, say, moose meat that the coast people don't get for abalone shells or fish. So there's the abalone shells. On the back of my blanket is the crest of the frog.
It's a good shot.
I'm a frog clan. My mother was a frog clan. Lana is frog clan. Who else is frog clan in here? Yes. Ileana's frog clan. And what's your name? Dixie, you're frog clan. Any other clans in the classroom?
What's your clan's name?
Caribou.
Caribou.
Caribou, 2 caribou clan. Okay. Any others?
I don't know.
You don't probably have
Justin,
one.
what are you?
You don't related.
Bear?
Bear. And there's
And we have some killer
there's a
whales in
killer
the boat?
whale in a class.
Caitlin's frog friend.
Yeah, Caitlin's a frog.
Who was the killer whale?
Oh, Blaze.
Blaze
was the
is killer whale.
But
He's not here?
He's just doing a test, but he'll
Oh,
have
FSAs. Okay, right.
So we had a couple killer whales in the other class. We had caribou, we had frog, and we have 1 bear. And no beavers. There's-
Oh,
Kristen's
we have
beaver?
her dad's a beaver.
Tina's dad.
Okay, yeah. So every time you have a clan, when you have a clan, you follow your mother. So they call the other clan your father clan. Yeah. So, yes.
I am like this friend, but
Do you know if you have a plan?
maybe when I grow up I'll be in
Maybe someone will invite you into a
Mhm.
plan. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get adopted in 2 clans.
Yep.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
can actually be that.
Yeah.
You can actually be adopted into a clan. Yeah. A lot of times with the potlatch system, and that's where your clans and you get adopted into clans is through your potlatch system, and that is you have to have a lot of respect from the community in general. You have to be a really good person to other people, and you have to be able to do a lot of work. Because you can ask Lana, she's attended many potlatches with her grandma, and she does lots of work. They start early in the morning and they'll work all day into 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning again. So sometimes they're 20 hours with the potlatch, depending on what the potlatch
Now,
is.
Arian,
So I'll say my frog clan in the potlatch system is called Tzatzehyu. That's how you say it. Can anybody say that? Tzatzehyu.
Same.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Are there any other questions?
Can you show us your moccasins?
Yes. My moccasins were. Ooh.
She was leaning.
Oh.
Cassie, if you can't see, you can also bring another chair up. That could have really hurt you or Wyatt. I can get a good eye on the blood.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll walk. How about if I walk around
Yeah,
with them?
definitely.
There we go.
Yeah, these are my moccasins, and they were made by a really good friend of mine. She's not with us anymore. This is real fur on them, and it's real moose hide. So this came off a moose, these slippers. We smoke them, smoke the hide of the moose, and it gives you the material to make the slippers, and then the beadwork was done by her as well. I've had these moccasins for over 30 years, and I wear them all the time, so it shows how well moose hide stands up. Better than running shoes. And back when when there were no stores, a lot of people would wear these in the winter time.
Is there any that are made from cows?
Yeah, that would be cowhide.
Oh, 'cause I was thinking.
Yeah,
We
you
were at the butcher.
did you?
Yeah, and we had to eat them, and like it was too heavy, and I thought that they could be a moccasin, but I thought, yeah, they could be a moccasin. When they just took all the fur, my grandpa had to do all the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
A
still
lot
had
of work.
bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make moccasins out of cowhide.
See,
And it's soft.
back then they didn't have this new for
When
the cross Francis Lake, they had
Yeah. So sometimes we didn't have the money or the transportation, like you said, to go into town and buy shoes. So this is what we all wore.
I have a question.
Yes.
We have the button blanket in the library, which has all the different squares.
Yeah.
From when do you have that type of button blanket?
I think that was made for the group, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was made like a general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are those made quite a bit in a clan, or?
I think it was to represent all of them.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
that's why there are the squares in it. If I remember correctly, it was to represent all the clans.
And it's just for display.
Display, yeah.
Yeah.